Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Dying Scene Record Radar, presented as always by Punk Rock Radar. I'm your host, Dylan. This is if you're new here, it's a weekly series where I talk about all things punk rock, vinyl, new releases, reissues, and everything in between. So let's get into it. Up first this week, we got AFI with a unofficial pressing of "Very Proud of You." Usually I don't talk too much about bootlegs, imports, unofficial stuff, but if it's notable, I will. So this record's been out of print for quite a long time, but now's your chance to get it for a reasonable price. A few different record stores have thrown this up on their stores for 25 bucks ish, which is a lot less than earlier pressings of this record go for online. So if you want to grab "Very Proud of You," now's your chance at an economical price. Up next, we got the Renfields from Transylvania pop punk band the Renfields, reissuing their 2014 debut album Go. Thanks to Mom's Basement Records, first time this has been released on vinyl. They got 3 color variants, limited to 100 copies each, and I think the splatter sold out already. So if they're going fast, act fast or miss out on the Renfields. Italian punk band the Colvins, who I had not heard of before, they got a new record out now on iBuy Records. It's called Nothing to Write Home About. It's a great album. I like it a lot. You can get it on black vinyl or translucent orange vinyl. Old record on new color variant, Choking Victim. This got reissued, repressed last year, but it sold out pretty fast. Now it's back in print once again on Cotton Candy Splash colored vinyl, very on brand for a Choking Victim record. This is a Smart Punk Records exclusive pressing, limited to 300 copies. And yeah, there you go, Choking Victim, 25 bucks, so pretty reasonable on that, I'd say. Speaking of Smart Punk Records, they have one of the few variants of this that are still in stock anywhere. This is the Pretending I'm a Superman Tony Hawk video game soundtrack LP, featuring Superman, Bad Religion, Superman by Goldfinger, some Bad Religion songs, Adolescence, Amoeba, Guttermouth, all the classics. 7 color variants, most of them have sold out everywhere, but there's still a few left, such as the orange and blue one from Smart Punk. Speaking of lots of color variants, here's another one with a lot of variants. Hot Water Music and Quicksand split LP, featuring some new songs from both bands and some cover songs of the other band's songs. Couldn't have worded that any more wordily. Yeah, a lot of color variants of these. Again, they're selling fast. They're limited to like 250 each. So pick one of those up if you are interested in it. More variants. This is the week of 5 billion variant releases. It looks like Smart Punk is another one on this. Piebald, 20 plus year anniversary reissue of We Are the Only Friends We Have. Some versions of this are a double LP with a bunch of bonus stuff. Some of them are a single LP without the bonus stuff. All the variants look pretty fucking sweet though. Piebald. Here's one with just 2 variants. We're keeping it simple on this one thanks to Jump Up Records. One of my favorite ska albums of all time, the Toasters' New York Fever. My favorite Toasters album for sure. Limited to 500 copies repress on blue and yellow vinyl, so 250 each. This is one of a handful of Black Friday releases Jump Up Records is supposedly going to be doing. So stay tuned for more to come from them. But for now, we got this, which is fucking sweet. Speaking of ska, the OC Supertones, Adventures of the OC Supertones, on vinyl for the first time ever, thanks to Tooth and Nail Records. Color variant looks fucking awesome. They don't say how many copies there are, but I can't imagine they pressed too many. So strike while the iron is hot on the OC Supertones. Next up, some split 7 inches and non-split 7 inches. Agnostic Front and Murphy's Law is the first one. This is a tour 7-inch. They're touring Europe together. And they got 500 copies on green vinyl available on the tour, not online. And then a few different labels had some other variants available on their web stores, but they sold out really fast. Like Cortex Records had a yellow one that was limited to 200 copies. That sold out pretty much instantly. So if you can see the bands on tour, they're touring Europe right now, you can get the 7-inch. German pop punk band, the Hawaiians, with their new 7-inch, Love Hula, Hate Fascism, parentheses, have a nice day. This is a lathe cut 7-inch, and they are only making as many copies as there are pre-orders. So if they get 27 pre-orders, that's how many copies they're going to make. So if you're interested in it, check out the song on dyingscene.com, link in the description, and pick up a copy of the 7-inch. Alright, third and final 7-inch on this week's video. We got Jela Biafra and the Guantanamo School of Medicine, and the November 3, they released a split in 2021. It was digital only. Now they're releasing it as a 7-inch. There's black vinyl on the Alternative Tentacles web store. And if you subscribe to the Alternative Tentacles Patreon, then you can get the splatter variant that's much cooler. And I think that subscriptions are still open. So if you want that, you have a chance to get it still. Alright, new release, new record from a band who has not released any music prior to this, prior to the first single on this album. This is Quebec melodic punk band Drop It First with their debut album Fundamentals, coming January 17th on Thousand Islands Records. So that's how you, the stamp of approval, Thousand Islands Records. It's gonna be fucking awesome. First single, Where the Wind Blows, is fucking awesome. They got 2 color variants, so you can get green with black splatter and then a red marble kind of thingy. I think they call it a splatter too, but that one looks fucking cool. And they have CDs also. So Drop It First, Fundamentals, potentially album of the year 2025. I'm calling it now. All right, here's back to old albums. Now we got Deviates with a repress of their 2001 album Time Is the Distance. This has been out of print since 2001. I almost said 2001. I don't know if that would make sense. But it's back in print now, thanks to La Agonia de Vivir. Sorry if I mispronounced that terribly, probably. Purple vinyl, limited to 200 copies. Black vinyl, limited to 300 copies. And yeah, this is a very hard to find record. It goes for $100 or more every time it sells on Discogs. So if you want to save on shipping, Thousand Islands, they got you covered in the States and Canada. Probably going to be half as much as it would be getting it from Europe, where the label repressing it is based. But if you want that purple vinyl, you got to go through Europe. You can't get that from Thousand Islands. Alright, and last but not least on this week's Record Radar, we got Bane with the 25th anniversary edition of their album It All Comes Down to This. Handful of color variants for this one. Some have sold out. Some are tour exclusive. The band's on tour right now. Newberry Comics has a variant that costs $15 more than the ones you can get from the label, which is on brand for Newberry Comics, with how shameless that is, but fuck it, whatever, capitalism's cool. So yeah, that's gonna do it this week, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, if you want to buy any of the records, hit the link in the description. It'll take you to dyingscene.com, where you can do that. You can listen to new songs from the new records, or listen to old songs from the old records, whatever suits your fancy. So that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.